Hi, I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg. I'm here today to talk to you guys about some different, sounds horrible, but scams and fraud that is in the area. As you know, I'm a realtor in Pasco, Pinellas, Hernando, Hillsborough area, and always here for your needs. Right now I have a lot of actually, just different people looking for housing, and what that housing entails is sometimes rentals. People will need a house in between after they sell a home. They'll want a rental house. Right now there is a pretty good rental scam, and I just want to make sure you guys are all aware of it. There is basically, depending on which site you go on, there's a scam on Zillow, and there's also a scam on Craigslist. And a couple people that I know have got in this scam. I've had an experience with it as well. So I just wanted to talk to you guys and just educate you on exactly what's going on in the area with this rental scam. So first of all, you're looking for a rental, and you see a rental and it's a great price, and it's so good. The area, they're getting $1,300, but this says $900. So you're so excited, and it could look all new or it could be all done. And so you see that, and you call the number, and someone's real anxious for you to help you, which of course is a dream come true. So sometimes when it is too good to be true, or it sounds too good to be true, the old saying, it probably is too good to be true. So the price basically is too good. Sometimes the ads will have poor grammar or typos in the actual ads itself. So you'll see an ad, and the real estate ads, usually they're not a bunch of caps and lowers and exclamation points is basically what they're saying. So you see an ad that's kind of all over the place. Sometimes buy owners will do that too, and it doesn't mean that those are scams, but it just means to be real careful with what you're looking for as far as this rental property. So you see this ad. Now I had one, I'll just tell you an example. I had one on realtor.com. It was for rent. It was $1,100 a month. And it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, Newport Richey area. I had someone on Craigslist copy the ad. They took the whole ad pictures, and they actually even added a couple extra pictures, which were actually nicer than the actual home. So a couple of bathroom pictures that weren't actually in this home. But they added that, and they put that on Craigslist. So what happened was the gentleman I had out there painting, they were actually helping me out, and they were painting the house, and they said, "Your tenant is here." And I said, well, they called and they just wanted me to know because she was moving some stuff in and she was sweeping. And I said, I don't have a tenant. So I drove over real quick, and I met this lady, and she told me that she saw the ad on Craigslist. And of course she had fallen for it 100% hook, line, sinker. She had actually sent Amazon gift cards, and she had copies of all the backs and the fronts for her records, and how she had sent them to Jessie Walters, which of course is me, which I had never met her before. And she also had a lease that was signed by me that someone had emailed her, which of course I had never given her or sent it to her or anything like that. So basically she had the lease, and the person on the phone had told her that she didn't have a key, that she was out of state right now, that her son was really sick, and that one of the windows was open, and just go ahead and get in the house. It's no problem. You have the lease, so if anyone stops you, just show the lease. So as I talked to the neighbors, they had said that she was there all weekend cleaning, getting the house all ready to move her 3 kids in and her mom, and she was, I guess, real excited about moving in. Of course, when I got there, I had a different reaction because I had never met her, and I didn't know, is she a scam or is the Craigslist a scam? So there was a lot of questions and answers, and long story short, or longer, we ended up, I ended up suggesting the police department. So we went up to the sheriff's department. This home's in Pasco, so we went up to Pasco County Sheriff's Department and told them. Unfortunately, they told me that because there was no crime that had been committed against me, I couldn't make any type of complaint. So what I did was I just found the Craigslist ad that she had told me about, which was legitimately a false ad, but which was there, so it legitimized her story. I tagged that ad and put that it wasn't a real ad, so that ad got kicked off of Craigslist, to basically make sure that no other, tenants could be, I guess, taken advantage of. And then she actually filled out a claim and put up against fraud on the in Pasco County, Sheriff's Department got a number and all that. But in meanwhile, unfortunately, what ended up happening was she had sent her deposit money to someone that I don't know, and then basically all these things had happened. She was corresponding with someone. She had sent money to someone, and all that money is lost when you do that. I did work out something with her. I ended up renting to her. In the long run, we worked it out. But not everybody is, of course, like me either. They're going to, actually believe the story and take, the money you got ripped off and try to work it out with you. So how do you check this? So you're looking at a property and you want to know, how am I going to check to make sure that this isn't a scam? So what you want to do is basically, first, the red flags. I'm going to tell you that first. If they won't meet you in person, and they want money before you even see it. So a lot of times, I know with the shortage right now, a lot of realtors will say, send me an application fee. That's not necessarily a scam. The ones that say, send me the whole first month's rent or send me the whole security deposit, that would be the scam. So in other words, if they say, fill out this application before you even go, the application fee is $70. Most likely that's not a scam if you're dealing with a realtor. And you somehow know that that's legitimately a realtor. Sometimes they don't want you to lose the property, so they'll suggest you to fill out the application prior. And application fees can be up to probably close to $100 if there's two of you. But if they're asking for the security deposit ahead of time before you even see it, obviously that's a red flag. So they won't meet you in person. Now you have a lot of busy realtors again with the real estate shortage. And sometimes a realtor will just say, here's the code to go see the house, and they won't necessarily meet you. That is a red flag, but if they're saying fill out the application at $70, $50, it's most likely a realtor. But you want to make sure that you can legitimize each story. So if someone says, here's the code, you go look at the house, I can't meet you out there, give me a $500 deposit. Well, obviously that's a red flag. So a lot of times too, I'd sold a friend's house. Nina will like the story. So she calls me and she says, I found this house and it's $800 a month. Everything in the area is $1,300. Well, we know there's a shortage and we know that $800 a month is a fantastic price for almost a new place. And I said, I haven't even looked at this ad, but I'm kind of feeling that it's that most likely it's not real, that it's a scam because first of all, it's $800 and it's a 3-bedroom and there's nothing for $800 right now. So what these scammers do is they put that out there to you. It sounds so enticing that you can't resist it. So it's $800 a month and you're like, well, this is a good deal. And then she said, well, I told them, she's a teacher and they were, they seemed impressed by her, her actual, her resume and how great she was and single mom. And she said, well, they said that was great, that's probably all they needed. And that's another red flag there because, send me your $500 deposit. You sound perfect for this. We don't even have to do a background check. Well, that's obviously a red flag. But, and it did end up to be a red flag. But a lot of them, everybody hears of the Craigslist scams and that's, not to badmouth Craigslist, but that's where the scams that I have seen have been on. And they will the scammers will copy Realtor.com or they'll copy Zillow. Now there are still scammers on Zillow, but Realtor.com is fed from the MLS, so you have to have a licensed real estate agent to actually upload that into Realtor.com. So if you're looking at Realtor.com, most likely it is legit. They're really for rent, I would say. The chances of doing a scam on Realtor.com is probably maybe 1% because you'd have to actually go on the MLS to put those in. Now Zillow, you can do a by owner, and Craigslist, you can do a by owner. Facebook Marketplace, you can do a by owner. All those different places where you can do a by owner are the places that you need to be careful that you may end up getting scammed. So how do I find out? Again, so you're talking to them, and like I said, the ad could have poor grammar, typos, excessive punctuation. They want you to move as soon as possible on it. They want a deposit as soon as possible. they either have the key or they don't have the key, or they're not going to meet you, or they'll tell you where the key is hidden. Now that can be a scam because a lot of times the realtors will have combo lockboxes, and a scammer will get that lockbox number or get the lockbox out. And I had one scammer that said, we'll just put that in the mailbox. When you're done, don't put it back in the lockbox, because the scammer didn't have the lockbox code. So he said, just put it in the mailbox, so then he could then get the next person with the scam and say, oh, it looks even more legit. The key is in the mailbox. So basically, too, a lot of them have more than one person looking. So you'll go out there and it's like motivational. You want to get that before the next person, or they'll say, get that key from the next person. Don't let them put it back in the lockbox. So you get the key and then you put it in the mailbox, and then they scam the next person. So they can have like 5, 10 people right now on hook, and you're thinking it's just you, and you ran right out to get this rental property. So what you need to look for, obviously, is on the rentals is going to be like out-of-state owners as far as what they're saying. So they're saying, oh, I'm out-of-state owner. I can't be there, and this is why I can't meet you. I'm in, some will say, well, the last scammer said they were in the military, and that's why they couldn't. And then one before that said that their child was sick out of state, and that's why they were there. So and there's just different excuses. Obviously, they all have different excuses, but these are like the most popular scams. If you get a scammer and you're not sure and everything looks legit, you can always call me. I can check it for you. But another good idea is, depending on which county that they're in, you can go to the that county's property appraiser. So if you're in Pinellas County, you go to Pinellas County Property Appraiser. You can Google that, record search, you put the address in, and then you're going to see Mr. and Mrs. Smith's name come up on that deed. It'll say, 222 Novus Lane, Clearwater, Florida. So when that comes up, you're going to see the name on there. Now, just because the name's on there and then that person may be referencing that they're them, you can always ask them for a driver's license. You can say, hey, I've heard of all these scams. I know you're the landlord, but can you please send me a copy of your driver's license? Even if you cross out your address on there, that's fine. I just want to make sure that's you that I'm renting from, because I've heard of these scams. Now, that's the best way to get rid of the scammer right there. They won't go forward with you. If you ask for a driver's license, they're not going to go anywhere, more forward with you at that point. So basically, you're on the property appraiser. You can verify, you check driver's license. And then another thing too, which isn't as popular right now, but a lot of times people would rent out properties that were in foreclosure. So in other words, Mr. and Mrs. Smith aren't making their payment to the bank, but you're sending them $1,300 a month. These are actual homeowners that, they move out of their house and the bank is foreclosing, but they still think, well, I have this opportunity, I have this empty house, and I'll just move out so the bank can take it back, but I'll rent it out until it gets foreclosed. Now, when this happens, you have, again, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and they're on the driver's license, so you can see that that's legitimately them, but you need to take it one step further with that address, and you need to go to the actual clerk of court in that area. And you don't physically have to go. You can actually go online, and you're going to go put that address in, or put Mr. and Mrs. Smith's name in there. So you're going to first put the address in, get their legitimate, their exact name, then go to the clerk of the court, and then you're going to search that person's name to see any judgments against them. If you see a lease pending, against that property or that parcel number, again, you're not going to want to rent that property, because you don't know when it's going to go into foreclosure. It already has foreclosure proceedings if it says lease pending. So that's another, obviously for me, red flag. But if you guys need any help, checking anything, just give me a call. I can always do it. It sounds like a lot, but when you've been doing this for so long, you can kind of figure it out pretty quick on that. So you got the property appraiser checking the person's name, you're asking for the driver's license, and then you're checking if it's in foreclosure too, if you know for sure all that is legitimate stuff. And these are just things that you should do. It's kind of like a background check on your house or person. If you're single and you're going on a date, you wouldn't want to go out with like a an ex-killer or something like that. It's the same thing with your house. You want to make sure the house is clear, that you're moving into a house that is has no foreclosure on it, that is actually owned by the person, actually renting it and stuff. So that's basically, the red flags. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So that's, and there's a lot of, shortage of the rentals right now. So people are just looking at rentals differently. Like, they liked me best, and that's why they want to rent it to me. We had a good conversation, and they wouldn't take advantage of me. They seemed like really nice people. Well, the one that I had rented, the lady had, brought me the lease and stuff. She had said that the person pretending to be me had said that their child had cancer and that she needed the Amazon gift cards ahead of time because he was having treatments, and the account was locked up, or else she would have been able to take a debit card, but she really wanted her to have the property. So, they come up with things, pretty quick as far as scammers and stuff go. And, it's a shame that we have to be careful of this situation of scammers, but, it's better to ask a lot of questions, before you give that much money, because a lot of times now you're moving in, it's, can be $3,000 to $5,000 now, just in rental, depending which area you're in. First, last, and security adds up pretty quick. Could be $6,000, and you don't want to just throw that money away and just end up on channel 10 trying to talk about your story. You want to be able to, or 13 or whatever you watch, make sure that you're covering yourself. So again, if the price is too good, it is probably too good. And there's a bunch of other scams I'm going to talk about in a couple of minutes too, that are local scams that are popular right now. And so for you guys to, basically how to protect yourself. The best thing to do if you're looking for a rental is to go on realtor.com, or sometimes Zillow, if you can actually, again, verify that the person's actually renting it. But realtor.com is fed, again, exactly by the MLS. You can get that agent's number, call that agent direct, and deal with each agent individually direct if you don't have an agent that's helping you with the rentals. That way you can legitimately talk to a realtor, and they can tell you this is for rent, this is the application. And unfortunately, a lot of times people are just, sending that application fee away right now because there's so much competition with the rentals. But ask them, do you already have a couple rental applications in? If you do, are you going to consider mine before you spend that money too? So just ask a lot of questions, and that's the best thing to do. But everybody stay tight, because I'm going to sit here and talk to you guys about the next fraud thing that you guys all need to know about. I'll be back in a sec. Hi, welcome back. I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg. I'm here today we're talking about rental frauds and scams. And there's other real estate fraud and scams I was going to talk to you guys about too. First of all, I wanted to thank our title company, Nightberry Title Services. That's our sponsor, and they're always great. And thanks Cheryl Herney, she's awesome, and she has a whole bunch of stuff. If you're a new realtor, you need to definitely call them. They're awesome. And then also thank you, Delynn Gaston, the mortgage firm, for sponsoring us too. She is awesome too, and she can get you pre-qualified if you're trying to make a purchase right now. We can make it happen, even though it's tough times getting the houses. We can definitely, as a team, get it done. So we were just talking about rentals and how there's different scams out there. Another thing I forgot to mention was never wire transfer for rental. So don't wire transfer or Western Union for a rental unless you're under lease and you're legitimately know them. say that word 3 times fast, then you can do it. But otherwise, if you're first just starting that rental, don't do it then. So we were talking about, so basically another scam is you're purchasing a home and everything's great and you've got your, everything's, wonderful. And they say, the title company says to you, you're going to get your paperwork back in the mail. You're going to get a copy of your deed in the mail within 2 to 4 weeks. Usually about 2 weeks. So you're waiting, and then right then, as soon as your deed is recorded in Pinellas, Hillsborough, Hernando, and Pasco, there's also a company, and I want to say it's not necessarily a scam as it is taking advantage of people. So what they do is, as soon as that gets recorded, they must have a program that sends automatically a letter out to you. What this letter is going to say is, excuse me, what this letter is going to say is, do you want a copy of your deed? If you want a copy of your deed, it's this much money. If you want a copy of it with the stamp on it, it's this much money. Well, the title company is actually mailing you the copy of the deed, so you don't have to actually purchase anything. So if you get that request in the mail, after you've made that purchase and you think, oh, I do want a copy of my deed, you are getting a copy of your deed. Just call your realtor who did your transaction, or call the title company and just verify. You don't have to spend that extra $25, $50 to get a copy of your deed. It's coming. And then along with that, we were talking deed fraud. So what exactly is that? Now that can be a nightmare too. So what you want to do is, if you own property or properties, or you have a piece of land and you check it every once in a while, like I would say annually when you pay your taxes, check your deed, check your mailing address. Make sure it's going to you. Deed fraud is where someone takes your deed and they get like an actual quitclaim deed, and they deed it to themselves. So in other words, sometimes say you have an elderly relative and you think, oh, they're fine. You want to check stuff like that, because a lot of scammers will take advantage of, say, an elderly person and do a quitclaim deed, put it in their name, knowing that, they might be an older person and may not have their wits about them, and they'll transfer that deed to their name. It's called a quitclaim deed. They'll transfer that, have it notarized, go record it at the courthouse, and then now you have to prove that wasn't a legitimate, purchase. So they'll just transfer your deed for like $10. Now, is this a scam? Yeah. Can you reverse that scam? Yeah, of course. But you have to keep eyes on it, because God forbid, Mr. and Mrs. Smith passed away and they didn't have any other relatives, and the scammer got that deed and no one knows any different, and now the scammer's got this home now that they've, passed away. So that's the scam on that one. So now another one that gets me, that really irks me is we buy houses for cash. Now, not that exact company, but a lot of these companies right now, I know if you have rental properties or if you have a home, it'll say, we want to buy your house. And so my customers say, they want to buy my house. They offer me a cash bid. It's not that bad. It's only $5,000 less than the market says it is. I'll do a CMA for them. And they'll say, well, if I get this cash bid, I'm going to take $10,000 less, but it's cash and it's easy. And they said I could have the money in 2 weeks, and I don't have to pay any realtors, and I don't have to pay for this, and I don't have to pay any title insurance. Well, again, as we were talking about on the real estate stuff, as the rentals, if it's too good to be true, most likely it is. On the ones that I have seen, the ones I have been a part of, where I actually have them under contract as a purchaser, we're going to sell their house, and they say, oh, this company wants to come in, and I won't mention all the different names that do it, but what I do see on all of them is that they have a home inspection period. The home inspection period is for them to come in and say this, and this isn't correct. Now, I know when they call you, they say, it doesn't matter, we're going to buy the house as is. And they are going to purchase the home as is, most likely, if they have it on the right contract, which some of them don't, but that's a whole nother, don't get me started. So if they're going to purchase this home as is, and they're going to purchase it cash, when they get into your house, they're also going to say, well, this is wrong, and this is wrong. And you initially in the first part said, my house isn't perfect. It needs a new roof. It needs an AC. It needs flooring. Well, when they go in there, they're going to write it all down. Oh, it needs a new roof. That's $15,000. Even though you could probably get a roof for 8 to 10, that's $15,000. AC, Oh, it's going to cost you $6,000. That's $10,000. So right there, they're going to ask you for $25,000 off that already cash price. And you think to yourself, well, that's okay because I'm going to get cash and I'm going to be out of here and I'm going to get that cash before. Well, they're also going to write plumbing and they're going to write your water heater. By the time you're out of there, you're going to get between, the average is $40,000 less than market value is the average price that a cash offer and these cash buyers for your house cheat you out of. Right now, there's a shortage in inventory. If your house needs a roof, if your house needs AC, people are willing to work with you right now. And you're willing to get you are going to get top dollar for your house, even if it's, even if it looks like hoarders. We're gonna go in there and we're gonna sell your house as is. And if there's stuff that needs to be done, again, we're gonna sell your house as is. And if it's an investment company that purchases it after you list it on the MLS, you're still gonna get top money. Way more money than these cash buyers that are going to come in, that we're investors. We're going to come in. We buy houses for cash. You're going to have this money in 2 weeks. Because I'm telling you right now, the last one I had, they backed them in the corner and they said, we don't need to buy your house if you want to buy it. And it was down to the line. They do the home inspection right before you're going to close. You've already counted that money in your bank. You've already picture that vacation you're going on. You've already picked out that car, but what you got to do is put the brakes on it, be patient. And then someone asked me one time, if you could make $20,000 by waiting 30 days, would you? And the answer is yes, most of us would. If you put it in perspective like that, you can actually talk to yourself out of it. Don't just take the money and run when you can make 20 to 40,000 by being just patient, because now is the time to sell. Now is the perfect time to sell. So that's one of those things that really irk me, that we're going to buy your house for cash, quick close. But what they don't tell you in the small print is that we're going to find a big list of things wrong with your house, and you may not be on paperwork paying for a realtor or title insurance from an actual title, but you are going to be paying in the long run, because they're going to find those fees. Nothing is for free. They're going to find those fees. And the other one I just had a customer call. Robert called me, and his was I had given him the value of this home, and he said, "Oh, it's I don't have permits for the home." And I said, "That's okay. We can just tell people you did this without the garage, without pulling a permit. We just have to disclose that, so the next person knows. The county doesn't count this as space. The appraiser may not count this as living area. So just as long as you know that, we're going to sell it. It's going to be fine." He said, "Okay," because I got this letter and the people contacted me and they came over and they said they'll buy it for this much cash. And I said, "Okay." So he sent me the contract, and the contract said that they can assign the property. And what does that mean, an assignment? It means that they're going to purchase this property, and it said by this date, which was about 5 days prior to close, and they could also cancel if they couldn't assign it. So what you just did was, if you sign it, you're giving it to a person who's literally going to sell your house and make money on top of your house. So this said, this isn't exactly what it said on Robert's, because I don't want to disclose all that, but let's just say Robert's paperwork said $200,000. But it also said we can cancel up to 5 days prior, and basically if this cash buyer doesn't find someone to purchase Robert's house for $210,000. So what they're doing, and then also what it said was, oh my gosh, I'm getting all excited. What it also said was that they can have people looking at the house, which is the people that they're actually going to purchase the paperwork. So they don't even own your house. So they write it all up, you sign, and then they have Mr. and Mrs. Schmo come in, and the Schmoes come in and they say, "Oh, well, we'll give you $205,000. And then Dr. whatever comes in and he's like, "We'll give you $210,000. This piece of paper turns into $10,000, $20,000, $25,000 just because you wanted to take that shortcut. You're again leaving between $20,000 and $40,000 on the table by selling to a person who is making money out of this piece of paper. Assignment means that I don't even have to purchase this home. It doesn't even have to be in my name. I can sell your house. So if I write, Robert, you put your name there, And it says to Jessie Walters, now I'm going to have about 10 people a day in for the next 2 weeks. So you're going to have to open your home up. And then when we get to the title, when we get to the closing, you're going to get your 200,000, but I'm going to get 230. So what did I do? I didn't even own your house, and I kept it for 3 weeks. And this is what the class is for people that have no money and they want to become investors. This is what they teach them. They teach them assignments. So they're making money on a piece of paper. So it also says they don't have to buy your house, because guess what? Most of them don't have the 200,000 to purchase your home at the end of it. So they just take it and rip it up. If they haven't got 205 for someone to come in and pay everything, they just say, oh, sorry, it didn't work out. So, a lot of times that doesn't work out for people. But when it does work out, when you go and look at your recorded deed for what you sold it for, you're going to be very sad, because you've lost between 20 to 40,000. Some people even more, because you're letting them do an assignment on the actual purchase. So they're not actually purchasing it. It's different if you had again, Mr. and Mrs. Smith purchasing your home. They drove by, they love your home. It's a buy owner. They're going to purchase it. And you gave them a discount because of the things wrong with it. I can understand that. But this paper, if that assignment box is checked, and that's what realtors are for, is to go through this, or an attorney, and then to actually look. And if it's checked, they're actually going to sell this piece of paper. So you want to make sure that you're not dealing with a buy owner cash, type of individual or assignment. Someone who's just new in real estate, who's just looking to make money off of the paper. You had to work all that time to take care of that house, all the years you've owned that house. Don't just throw away $20,000 to $40,000 because, not because of laziness, but because everybody is money motivated, but because you don't want to take the time to do the paperwork. Have a realtor come out. If you need help, call me. I'd be glad to help. But have a realtor come out and look over the paperwork and see if they can give you a better listing price on it. Again, I told Robert his listing price. I said, you know what, give me 2 months to 1 month to just sell it. 2 months at the most, just in case we have any extensions or anything like that. But give me 2 months, and if I can't give you 20 to 40,000 over what this cash buyer, then I'm going to write 0 cancellation fee, and you can go ahead and sell it back to them, because they're going to be right there waiting for you. Any of these people that are doing, doing these type of cash purchases, because they don't really have the cash, they have an assignment, and they're trying to make money off of a piece of paper. So let your realtors, give you the bottom line, take out all the fees, take out the realtor fees, take out the title work, and give you the bottom line and see where you'll be at. And you might surprise yourself. Being patient, like I said, could definitely come through. You could definitely, be ahead by, even if it's $5,000 and you waited 30 days, $5,000 more. What can you do with $5,000? Probably not a lot these days, but you can do a little bit. So that's good. So anyway, there's a lot of different frauds. I'll go into them more next time I talk to you guys. But another one is on the mail outs, like we were saying, or like I was saying, the cash purchases. I want to buy your house cash. Hi, my name is Laura. I bought a house around the block. I saw yours. I'm very interested. Looks like it's in marker. That's it's not necessarily a scam as it is sometimes the hedge fund, sometimes it's investors, sometimes it's the assignment investors who don't have any money, who are just trying to get a hold of a house and then sign it out, and then try to sell it before they even own it. So these people calling, these people texting right now, there's a shortage of houses, and a lot of investors and a lot of investment companies don't have anything to flip right now. They're not, they're not making money as normally as they would. So when you're in desperate times, you get these letters, and there's desperate people. So a lot of times these assignment people will try to make $5,000 out of you, will try to make $10,000 out of you. And the best thing is just to be careful. Most of the time, the letters that you receive in the mail right now are not legitimate. So, or they are just, investors trying to get houses and stuff. So as long as you know that, and again, they are calling, they are texting, they're all over us right now because there's a shortage of houses. So just be very careful. So the inspection periods, if you're going to buy your house for cash, tell them that you don't want an inspection period. If you're buying it as is, you know, I don't want an inspection period. And if they say, oh no, we have to have inspection, it's just for our notes, just trust me on my words that they're going to come back with a number, and the number is going to come off your offer that you already have. So be very careful. You know, I just had one and she wanted me to list it, but she said they had given her a price and it wasn't that bad. And then I said, well, tell them you don't want an inspection period. If it's as is, what's the difference? If they're not going to, they said they're not going to, you know, ask any money off. So basically she said she was going to tell them 0 on the inspection period. And of course, I know I'm going to be, you know, getting a call from her because these companies, that's how they get the leverage with it. So anyway, everybody be careful out there. I want you guys to think before you jump, you know, if it's too good to be true, it is. And on the rentals, if you guys need any help checking, making sure you're not getting scammed, it doesn't take me long to do it. I don't mind if you shoot me a text, email me, go on my website, send me a request. I can help you out and just verify. And then when you buy, you can always think of me because I helped you out in the rental situation. And also, if you're thinking about selling in your house, you feel like it's, you know, it's a dump and you hate it and you don't want anyone to see and you're embarrassed, it is no problem. You would have no idea of what I've listed and what I've, you know, I've sold houses that look like palaces, and I've also sold houses that need a lot of work. So there's no shame. Just give me a call. I'll get you top dollar, and it's no problem. Everybody stay tight because we got the SPCA Suncoast coming in, and we have a beautiful girl with us today. So hopefully we can get her adopted out, and we'll be back in just a second. Thanks. Hi, welcome. I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg, and we have the SPCA Suncoast NANI, our special guest. And of course, we have Diane Oberlander. Oh, Diane Oberlander. Yeah. Did I say that right? Say it 3 times fast. Exactly. So NANI's here, and she's all fired up today. She's really cute. And she's, so tell me her story. How old is she? And tell me all her info.
She's 6 years old. We just got her in owner surrender. I told you we seem to be only doing owner surrenders right now.
Yeah.
Because everybody's giving up their dogs.
Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, look at how cute she is. Look how photogenic
I know. Look at that face.
You're so photogenic.
So she came in. The owner's moving, and they can't take her with.
Oh, are they moving on a boat or out of state or?
Right, on an island. I don't know.
So like you can't, that's the only thing. I mean, she's so beautiful. It's so disheartening that everybody's giving their dogs up right now. Everywhere is full. You know, all the shelters are full. All the
there's
animal
like
controls.
waiting lists to be able to take them in, and people are getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Like it's our fault.
Yeah,
we're trying to help, but you know, when you have that many people trying to surrender their animals.
Yeah. It's so sad.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, you know, during COVID, we said, bring a dog home. This is for both of you. And so like I saw a meme on it. It said, your dog was there for you. I think you shared it.
Yes,
why can't you be here for your dog? Right. So it's not a temporary thing. If you get a dog, you know, it's not a Christmas present. It's Easter. It's not a.
No, if you move, they're going with you.
Yeah.
They're your kid.
Yeah.
They're for your furry kid.
She likes me.
She does.
Likes me.
She's loving it.
She likes me. She likes doggy abuse. She's like, I like it. Yeah, I get her all hyped up. I'm like,
I know, she's ready to do zoomies.
I get the kids and the dog. Kids and dogs. And they start running back and forth. Yeah, so her name's NANI, and so she's 6. And so animal just, I mean, the parents just said, can't take her.
Yeah, can't take her.
Aw. So imagine you're with a family for 6 years. And we just can't take you with us.
Right?
You know, that's so disheartening.
Yes, so it is. So we always, of course, take them like all of us with open arms. You know what I mean? Whatever, we'll take you. whatever the story is. We'll
Yeah.
find you the right home with the right people
Yeah.
who will treat you the right way.
Yeah, she's a leaner. She
is a
loves
leaner.
Leaning on
Uh-oh,
you.
she's a coffer. she's eating these treats
Yeah.
like a cow.
She's like, I'm so excited
Oh
about
my
the
God,
treats.
the
She's-
treats, the excitement.
Yeah, she's so cute. Yeah, so how much do you think she weighs?
I think she's about 45
pounds?
pounds. She's like a nice size, though.
Yeah.
She's like one of those smaller
Yeah.
pits, lower to the ground and stuff. She's great on the
No,
leash.
she's not a pit. She's a poodle. Remember, I just said
Oh, yeah,
that.
sorry,
she's a poodle. She's a poodle.
Cutest poodle ever.
Yeah, and she likes the butt. She likes the butt.
She
smacking.
loves
Yeah,
that.
she loves the butt smacking. Yeah, you can tell I have a pit bull. Can you tell? I speak their language. Or the itch. I like
Look
the
at her.
itch.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
the itch.
Oh, she's like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
She's
that's
getting
the
ready.
spot.
She wants to
That's
do
the
zoomies.
spot. Yeah, she's like, I just
She's
want
like,
to
I'm
jump
getting
on
in
your
position.
lap. Yeah. Yeah, she likes the scratchy right there. But yeah, she's really got a great personality. She's so sweet and so happy, as you can see,
She's great with kids. The family says she's great with kids. Dogs, I think if she has the right introduction, she'll do just fine.
Yeah.
And then cats, we just don't know about.
Oh, okay,
with
yeah,
her.
'cause maybe they didn't have cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but yeah, so far she's been really great. We just got
Yeah,
her
she's got a
Wednesday.
great personality.
And yeah, being able to handle her like this, and
Yeah.
she rode great in the car.
Yeah, she's like, we're going for a ride.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was
Aw.
like, we'll go for a ride. She stood by the back door, like, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, she
here.
reminds me of like one of those dogs. I wonder if she's good at the beach and good at like people
I
like to take them
know,
out a lot.
yes.
She seems so social.
Yes, I think she would probably love that. I think
Yeah.
the little half barks that she does now is just insecurity.
Yeah.
She doesn't know me great.
Yeah.
And then she's
exactly.
coming here, but you're doing fantastic.
Yeah, she's super friendly and cute. She's cute with her little pink on.
Yeah.
You look great, girl. Yeah, so hopefully we get to find her a home quick so she's not, doesn't
Right.
start getting depressed and stuff. That's
Right.
one thing. You guys keep them happy because sometimes dogs,
Oh,
when
they
they're-
can.
they get depressed,
Yes, they can. So yeah, it's like you try and get them out as quick as possible.
Yeah, to a new house and someone who's going to love them.
Right.
Yeah, she's really cute. Look at her.
Oh my God! Look
Your
at,
little
she's totally
camera.
leaning too.
Look at-
Look at that.
Yeah. She's like, I'm a camera girl.
Look
Yeah,
at you,
she's
Mama.
so cute. So tell me what you guys are needing over there.
We can always use cleaner, like laundry detergent and dishwashing detergent. We're going through a lot of laundry.
Yeah, with all the everything's full, so you're
Yes. So, and then of course, like, good cat toys, dog toys, that kind
Right.
of thing, the sturdier ones that maybe they can't destroy in 5 minutes.
Right.
Those are hard to come by, I know.
Are you guys? Do you guys still have the Amazon wish list stuff, or is
Yeah,
it more
it-
like bring it in, or?
They have it. I don't think it's up and running again
Oh,
at
okay.
this moment right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, it's hard with all the volunteers and all running everything, and then to try to keep the Amazon
keep
wish.
up with it.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but yeah, you can always reach out to us, check our website, and which actually, sorry, that's under construction.
There you are.
Give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call.
Give us a call. We can answer any questions anytime. So yeah.
Yeah, so the you guys are located on Congress, and I think it's still considered Newport Richey right there, right? Is it Port Richey?
I think it's Port Richey,
Oh, it is?
because
Okay.
we're on Congress in between River and Massachusetts.
Yeah. I know exactly where you are. That's where I got my dog.
That's
at.
right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My start. So when you go to adopt a dog, if you have another dog at home, they're going to ask you, and then they're going to say, "Well, bring your dog in to make sure you're a good fit."
Yes.
And if you have kids, they're going to say, "Bring your kid in."
Right.
To make, and that's good so that way you don't have another nightmare where you get the dog home and your dogs don't
Right,
get
and
along.
they come back.
Yeah. Yeah. So they save you some time that way, making sure that it's a good fit for your family. So that's good. And if you have any, I know you guys are Purina, right? Dog
Yeah,
food?
Purina, Pro Plan, chicken and rice. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, wet
And then-
and dry.
Okay, and then pumpkin too, you said, right?
Oh yeah, pumpkin's always good. Yes.
For it's nervous
their
bellies,
tummies. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yogurt too. They like that too.
She's like looking at herself.
Yeah,
in
I
the-
think she's a
With a
pretty
red
girl.
light.
Who is that girl?
She's like, what? What's going on there?
Yeah, I think it's about time to do those frozen treats with yogurt
yeah.
and pumpkin. Now it's
Yeah.
so hot.
It's she's leaning on me, so like
She loves that. Look
Yes.
at that.
she's leaning on me.
Aw.
Yeah, I can't I could swap a dog out, but I can't take
Take a
another
third
one. Like, your dog's white. No, it's not. It's black. And then you could be like, I thought that was a female.
You are mistaken.
That's your dog now.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
no,
talking about how cute you are.
Yeah, she
Yes.
is really lovable and cute.
Aw,
Yeah,
thank you.
so I know, how much is her adoption fee?
She's $250.
$250, okay.
She's up to date on all her shots. She's spayed and she's chipped.
Oh, wow.
So she's
a
ready to roll.
package. Yeah.
And she is. She's a cute little package. She's like moving, ready.
Yeah.
She's happy. I was told she's great in the house without a crate.
Oh, good. And so she's potty
yeah.
trained, obviously.
So, yeah. So she's
Yeah,
all that
that's good.
stuff. So which is really nice. So she
Good.
seriously
She
can
run
just move
outside.
in and just give her love and she'll be
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, that's good. So you don't have to worry if you're not up for a puppy and you want a dog, or it's, someone you're by yourself and you
Yes.
want to feel like protective. She's like small enough not to be scared of, but then, she's
Yes.
like muscly. So it's like
Yes.
she could be a little protective for
Totally,
you too.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw, like, here, she was even like, hey, who are you? Just for
Yeah.
a second, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, because she's like, we're friends now. I'm
Yeah,
gonna protect
exactly.
you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she does get quick, like falls in love quick because
Yeah.
we're best friends right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
We just met. We're best friends.
BFFs forever.
Yeah, don't forget me. Look at that.
your
She's
new
like straight
life.
on. Yeah. So you have all the kittens and cats and stuff full too?
Yeah, actually, fortunately, we just got out some kittens on Saturday. Phew, thank God.
Yeah.
But again, like, cat surrenders are in the worst way right now.
Oh wow.
Cats. We have 9 cats, or mom cat with 9 of her kittens.
Oh, my
Or,
gosh.
You know what I mean? So everybody's calling them. Goes back to the whole.
Yeah.
Costco doesn't have a leash law.
Yeah.
So we can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know a lot. There's like even what is it, Pet Love in Brooksville. You know,
Yes.
if you do get feral
Yes.
cats, you can just put them in the crate, take them in, they'll fix them, and you can let them back
Right.
free.
If
They'll just
people
clip
are
their
willing
ears.
to do that, that's awesome. Because
Yeah.
you're going to stop the population.
So I put you'll get a kick out of this. I was trying to catch these kittens so I could take them and, before they get too feral, and like
Yeah.
home them and stuff, and then catch the mama kitty. And so my neighbor gave me this, the crate to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew at this. So I put on, so I was like, the mama cat's going to get in there. But then I was thinking about it, like I was doing the spring, and I'm like, how are these little kittens going to spring
Get
that?
in there with mom.
Yeah. So I was going to send you a message. So instead I decided to, I don't know why, venture out on Facebook and ask a question. And people are like, why do you want to trap kittens? What's like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, hang on.
I know. Wait. I'm like, wait. I'm the good witch, not the bad witch.
Right.
I'm like,
Right. I'm trying to do
yeah.
good.
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't make any
Control
sense.
the population.
Yeah, I never thought
keep
that-
everybody healthy.
Yeah, I never thought. Well, they're all in my neighborhood. I just don't want it to turn into the cat neighborhood where you're,
Yes.
you know what I mean, where you're
Yes, I do
driving
know what
through
you're-
and
dodging.
cats are everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to show a house. I think I told you in downtown Newport Richey, and they said there was a lady next door. They're not her cats,
She
but
feeds
there's
them.
12 of them, and they said they're on the roof and everything too. And I was walking. I thought the guy was exaggerating. I looked, and I'm like, that's not
Sure
a good
enough, yeah.
selling point to tell me there's cats on your roof. But I
Yeah.
looked over, and there was all cats all over his roof. But I'm like, why don't you should take them? But again, people are like, it's going to be too expensive. But then in the long run, they were killing his plants and stuff like that. So in the long run, you kind of save money because they don't charge a whole bunch for it.
No, they don't. They're
Yeah.
very, what is it, $20, $25,
Yeah.
something like that to get them spayed or
Yeah,
neutered.
it's not that
Yeah,
much. So you could take a couple, every couple months, and it's
For
not,
sure, and you can kind of weed back the population
Yeah.
in your neighborhood, and especially if you're getting females too, it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that definitely helps the population and
Right.
stuff. And then they're you're doing a little bit, but and they on the cats they trim their ear too. The
Right,
feral.
so you know.
Yeah, so if someone does call Pasco County Animal Control and you have cats trapped, they let the ones back into the population again, the ones with the clipped
Right.
ears, In fact,
Right.
I think I told you that one of the strays in our neighborhood has a clipped ear. So I thought she was fixed, and she was just born like that. She's not. She's
Oh,
just.
what are the chances?
I know. So
Oh, my
she is running around. I was like, oh,
Oh, we have a.
yeah, we have a stray, but that's okay because she has a
Yeah.
clipped ear. And then she actually had the kittens, and so I'm trying to catch these kittens. And then, so I was worried about this cage, whether the kittens can even have the strength to push it open to get in there. And so I don't know if they're big enough. So the one lady who didn't attack me on Facebook actually said, well, as long as they're strong enough, then they can get in. But if they're not strong enough yet, like usually after they're weaned, they'll be strong enough and they'll push in to get the food. Then you'll have them trapped. Then the other guy was like, why do you want to trap kittens? What's wrong with you? And so I didn't have enough time to go. I'm trying to,
Yes. I'm trying to do the
good thing.
most
The rug's
humane
the right thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes the humans happy.
And the kitten's happy and the cat's
Right,
happy. And,
yes.
and then the kittens could get with the home and not be feral and running around and, you know what I mean?
Right, you're doing
And
the right
illness
thing.
and, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the one is so adorable. It's like a little Persian. It has blue eyes and it's so cute.
God.
Yeah, there was 3 of them. My one neighbor got one and it's already tame and she got it and she's taking care of it and it's going to be their inside cat. But the two,
nice.
yeah, the other two, in fact, like I said, I was going to send you a message like, help me, I don't know what to do. I mean, we do this show every week, adopting them out, but I don't know what to do, how to catch
them.
Yeah, how do you catch a kitten that runs 100 miles an hour?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm up for the run, but I don't want to terrify them either, you know?
I know. You don't want to like make them so if they see you again, they're
Yeah. There's that crazy lady.
Oh my God, run for your life.
Yeah, there's that crazy lady. Yeah, so it's very disappointing how many shelters are full. And it's almost like, you know, for me, I always think of hurricane season as the time the shelters are going to be full. So, you know, everybody's trying to for some reason, get rid of their animals. And we haven't even had a hurricane yet.
No.
So what happens then? Or what happens
know.
when Mississippi has a hurricane and they ship all the dogs here? Yeah, we're not going to have any room. So then what are they just going to put all the dogs to sleep? And
I know, right?
You know, that's my whole concern.
I mean, fortunately, you know, with us, we're no kills, so they have
Yeah.
a home forever. But, right, is that what you wish for
Yeah.
these former pets?
Yeah, I know.
You know, no.
Yeah, and they have pictures of their pets on, you know, like they put them
Yeah.
on social media, all the pictures of their pets and them laying with their pet, and then all of a sudden they're like, I just can't do it anymore. And they have these great pictures, like the pet was here with them,
Right, seeing how
under
great the
covers,
animal was. but
sleeping in
yeah.
the bed with them, and all of a sudden now they hate
know.
that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I'm not understanding it either.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm going to be honest, half the time you wonder what the truth is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm sure part of it was that,
Disheartening.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when you just focus on these guys and just like, you know, what do we need to do to
Yeah,
get
to make it
them?
better. Yeah, be
Right.
positive.
Yes.
I know today's kind of like the Debbie Downer because I was doing fraud and then I was like calling it dog fraud. When you get a dog, it's not a puppy anymore and just drop it off. It's like you wanted the puppy and you wanted the look, maybe the pictures. It got a little bit bigger and now you just don't have time for the dog anymore. It doesn't make any sense. you know?
Right. They're part of your life. You make them
Yeah.
fit in your life.
Yeah, that's what I have some old dogs and I'm like, you guys are stuck here, you know, until their days
so, yeah,
up.
exactly.
You know? They're part of the family now, so they may not be the most attractive or smartest dogs that we
No,
have.
but look at us when we get old. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I know. That's
who
why
are we to criticize?
exactly.
We
So
shouldn't.
on the cats and the kittens that you guys have, how much? I know I always go over that with you. How much are they?
125 for the kittens, 100 for the cats.
Okay, and
We
are
have quite a few.
the kittens? What are they getting? Like their first shots? Or
Yeah,
they,
the kittens, they actually just did. They just got spayed. They got their rabies.
okay.
They got their first set of shots. Actually, we have 2 kittens left, if I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
mistaken.
Okay.
Now, we do have like a couple kittens that they're not kittens, but they're in between
Yeah, teenagers.
6 months maybe and 8 months.
Aw.
So they're still young too.
Yeah.
But we have a lot.
I call them teenage kittens.
Yes, that's
Teenagers.
exactly what they act like them too.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah. Hi. pretty
Totally.
girl. Yeah. So, so that's good. So if anyone needs a cat or kitten, if you're still working from home or a dog, and you're gonna have a plan for when you go back to work,
Right.
or if you're not going back to work and you want a
Exactly.
companion, you know.
Exactly.
But just claim that in there now because some people
I
just
know.
got them during COVID and now they're ready to ship them out. You know. Yeah, it's very
Right.
very disheartening, but this girl right here, she's a sweetheart. So if anyone
Yeah,
looks
she's
almost like a
beautiful.
little bow tie or something on her back.
I know
Well,
she's just the cutest little
I
package.
know she is. She's like, oh,
You're
you're
just
done.
the cutest
It's so
package.
funny when I'm done petting her,
She's
she
like,
goes
"Next."
to you, and then you pet her, get tired, she goes to me. So I'm pretty smart
Smiling
too.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Right,
so
pretty girl.
Yeah, she's so
She's
cute.
adorable.
So if anyone wants to volunteer,
Yep, we're
Suncoast
taking volunteers.
SPCA,
If you
or
want
foster.
to foster,
Yeah.
that's like a big one for us right now. Bandit, our heartworm positive dog, we found another foster for
Oh,
him.
that's nice.
So we're super happy about
That's
that.
good.
But we need more. So
Yeah.
if anybody's wanted to ever do it,
Now that's somebody who you're at home temporarily, and you know you got to go back to work, but you want to do something nice, you know, for dogs or cats
Right.
to foster.
Because most of the time, it would be a medical thing for us. Like they have to have something done medically, so we need the foster until they go in for that,
Right.
or even to heal afterwards. But yeah, we're all about it. We would love more.
Right. Okay. So any type of needs, or if you guys want to reach out as far as calling,
Yep,
you can find
give us
out
a
what you
call.
guys need.
Yep,
So I know sometimes Publix donates some stuff, but you guys
they
if you
do.
don't- Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
our dent cans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They come pretty much weekly, so
Oh, that's
we
good.
love them. Yeah,
That's good. Thanks,
Yes.
Publix.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in and thanks
Thank
for
you
bringing
for
her.
having us.
She's a beautiful girl.
I know.
If anybody would like to adopt her, she's ready to go and ready to have some fun. She's so sweet.
Nani.
Yeah, Nani. I was
Nani,
calling her
Nani,
Nanny, but
Nani.
it's Nani.
Nani, Nani.
And she definitely knows her name. So
Yes,
everybody,
she
thanks
does.
for joining us today. That's Suncoast SPCA, or SPCA Suncoast. That is Port Richey, Florida, and of course, their information was up too. If you guys have any questions, but thanks, and we'll see you back next week. Everybody, have a great week.